She fell into another world. Mid-step, walking off the pavement onto the street, she put her foot down on nothing but air. She fell out of the day and into a void, a shout of surprise on her lips. The smartphone in her hand glowed as she fell, earbuds still playing a hang-up tone back to her. The light from her world was there for just a second, and in that brief window before the gateway between worlds closed, she could see she was falling down into a vast tomb. Falling through the air. For a moment, less than a microsecond, the world was illuminated. The ceiling vastly high above her, the ground worryingly distant as well. A seemingly endless tomb, 1,000 feet below. She started screaming, but the thump as she hit the stone floor knocked the wind out of her. For a moment, the girl from Ireland just lay there. The light was gone, the darkness absolute, but for a slight glow from the old, battered iPhone she'd been carrying. The traveler lay there for a second, in pure shock. Oh, what the feckin' fuck? Oh, how the... What? What the fuck? She had a tendency to swear when she got upset, which was sometimes often. The young woman pushed herself up. She wheezed. The impact had bruised her gently, but she was alive. And now, it was dark. Her iPhone lay on the ground, cushioned from the fall by her much less expensive body. That was something. Feckin' manholes. What the shite is happening here? I could have sworn I was... What happened? What? She hadn't seen a subterranean hole when she fell, and she felt certain she should have broken more bones. Hey! Can anyone hear me? I fell and... Sam, are you there? Sam, hello? Her voice cut off as her fumbling fingers activated her smartphone and the beam of light illuminated everything. A tomb, vast and at first featureless. Something so monumental that it deserved another name. The girl looked around, shifting her glowing electronics to flashlight mode to better see. And she did. She had fallen out of the air, not come in through the ceiling. There was no other explanation for it. The ceiling was so high above her, it was invisible. She could only see the walls creeping up until the darkness consumed them. Her flashlight's light was weak in such a vast space, but the place was so perfectly dark that even a mote of light held power. At first, it seemed like she was standing in the middle of an odd art exhibit, or some kind of surreal park with benches. Only stone benches, until she realized that those flat square things were graves reaching up to her midriff in height. Her skin crawled. The young woman swung her flashlight and the shadows danced crazily. She flinched. Each casket cast a long shadow. They creeped across the floor, lengthening, trembling with her hand's slightest movements. The longer she stared at them, the more it seemed like something was moving. If she stared too long, she had the feeling something was crouched behind one of the shadows peeking out. Oh, bloody hell. She was in a crypt. A mausoleum. No, a catacomb? An ossuary? There were caskets, tombs, each one made of stone, sealed by heavy stone lids, separated by a dozen feet for each, a curiously open design. And each one large, larger than a human body needed, and a body could be crammed into very sparse compartments if need be.